Hi, I'm Sarah Warren, and welcome to She Said What, the online lesbian talk show. We are talking about hot women at the Oscars.
Jodie Foster was looking kind of dykey, like hot dykey, like
she was.
No, but her like feathered hair was not cute.
I don't know, but her arms were looking fantastic.
Yeah, that was cute.
I was feeling her arms. I wanted them around me.
You had Melissa Etheridge in that blue
lots
tux.
A variety
Yeah.
of dark
right.
blue.
It was dyke night, I can say that.
Yeah.
And
it
Ellen
was.
hosting
pretty
with the
much
suits
dyke
were
night.
unbelievable. The crushed velvet
I don't know, the
suit.
red velvet suit didn't totally do it for me.
Oh, I loved it.
I really dug the white suit she wore in the second half. I thought that was good. The blue, the navy blue she wore at the very end, not a good look.
And then
for
she
her.
comes out vacuuming.
It looked matronly.
And mixed feelings about Jennifer Hudson winning
Such
her
mixed
role.
feelings.
I was
Such
happy.
mixed feelings.
Yeah.
I thought that
What
the
was
Japanese girl from Babel should have won, the one that was deaf in the movie,
Right.
was phenomenal. And
Really?
and the housekeeper too in Babel.
I don't know.
Those are
I
my
thought
top
Kate
choices.
Blanchett should have won because of her dress. I'm sorry, I love that dress.
I love that Forrest Whitaker won for that role. That movie
Absolutely.
was fantastic.
He was great.
Fantastic.
He played the hell out of that role, and he should have.
And
he
he's
should have
played
won, and
so
I'm
many
glad.
good roles throughout the last 10
And
years.
he was so dignified in
He
his
was so good.
acceptance
The
speech.
speech.
The speech was so.
You know,
I was so
just
into his
moved
speech.
by it.
Yeah.
I also loved Miriam.
Helen Mirren.
Helen
She
Mirren.
was great.
She had a great speech, and she was looking sexy. Can I tell you, this was also the Oscars for older women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it was nice to see women with older bodies, older faces, kind of like being celebrated. I think
Kate Winslet was rocking that green dress. She looked fabulous, and she's got a huge lesbian following.
She's
Um,
gorgeous.
You know, she's not exactly my type, but I can appreciate her, and wow, that was a great dress.
No, there was
and
some,
Martin
yeah.
Scorsese.
No, absolutely.
Finally.
The Departed.
His dress
finally.
wasn't so good.
His dress was so good.
I thought he looked sexy.
But seriously,
His
though,
eyebrows
Glasses
were all-
had that certain charm.
and everybody says that.
It's crazy
does he
eyebrows.
look like a girl you've dated? Maybe. But
No, he's white.
He's white.
he's white.
Yeah.
He's white. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to take
it'll
a moment to
follow
at
you
least
till
respond to
Hey,
that.
we like to take a trend and ride it. So our guest today is another filmmaker, Sam Farinella, who made an award-winning documentary called Left Lane and also works behind the scenes on South of Nowhere, which is one of our favorite lesbian shows. Welcome, Sam. So Sam, tell us a little bit about the documentary.
Okay, I met Alex Olson. Is everybody familiar with Alex Olson? She's radical feminist, lesbian, poet, socialist, kind of comedian. Anyway, I met her 10 years ago. She auditioned for a short film of mine, and we became really, really good friends. And then she was touring like crazy. I went out to visit her on vacation for my job, and she was like, "Do you want to work for me?" I was like, "Okay." I quit my job on the road, and I became her tour manager, which was great. It was awesome. And then about a year and a half into it, we were like, what can we do to combine talents? Because I'm a filmmaker, you're this poet. So I bought like a $4,000 camera and just like started filming all of her shows. And I applied to the New Fest, which is New York's Gay and Lesbian Film Festival. It won the Audience Award for Best Feature, and then from there it just kind of blew up. And then
We actually have a clip of your documentary, Left Lane, so let's take a look at it.
Super Walmart is serving a function, which is to begin to take over the world, and I think they should continue because there's no point anymore in small stores. I feel they're, dinosaurs, and I think everything should just become super, just one big super, just not even just super. You go, you're home, and then you go to super, and then you come back, and you can buy you get everything there. Tampons, groceries, friends, whatever, just all. There's no need to split it all up. It's a waste of time. Because then we wouldn't have time to watch TV. Those little mom and mom stores trying to, derail us in our TV watching. Poo, Poo-da-doo, is what I say. Are there any other countries? I can't see. Are there any other countries? Nah.
The worst thing about touring is the crappy lifestyle that Americans have to live, that is highway life. And that's just our vehicle. It's how we get from inspiration to inspiration. Yeah, living your politics on the road in the face of everything that doesn't want you to be that way, and do that. In the face of the highway corporate monolith, basically, that's there to steamroll you. It's easy to succumb. They make it very easy. If you have to pee, you basically have to walk by a Pizza Hut. And we have to pee a lot, which is why we're here. Somebody go pee.
So is this your first documentary?
I've made short documentaries. I've made about, 6 shorts and whatever. This is my first feature film. Absolutely, yeah.
How has it changed your life? I mean, your own life, not as a subject of, but as the.
I think it was always. I mean, it's been my dream since I was a child to be a filmmaker. You know, I'm so happy Marty won. By the way, I have to say that.
But did you watch the Oscars?
Oh God, yeah, of course. I won. We had our poll at work, and
I lost mine.
That's great. Yeah, I lost too.
I lost big time.
It's nice to know you're all gamblers.
Yeah.
You're a documentary filmmaker. It seems to me like there are thousands of documentaries out there, made, produced by women, and especially in the lesbian community, it's like a documentary every week. But why don't we have more films? I want to see. Why don't we have
narrative
more
films?
Narrative films.
Well, it's good you asked that because I'm contemplating right now. Like I can easily go back to do documentary, which I need to do a second film pretty soon, just because there's kind of a buzz about the awards and whatnot. And it's a hard choice because I really miss working with actors and I want to get back into that. The bottom line, I would assume, would be money. As a woman, I could pick up a camera, go out there and make a documentary. I mean, it's still a lot of money and it's not like it's totally cheap, but it's doable and you don't need that much. When you make a narrative, you need gaffers, grips, lighting. I mean, you need an entire crew to help you, and you need to work with actors and you need time with that. So that's a lot more money. And as you know, us lesbians, we
don't have money.
If you're a poor lesbian, it's really hard. Take it from me. It's really hard to make a film.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need to have some backing.
No money for one filmmaker might be an entirely luxurious budget for another.
Right. Yes,
depending
and what about
Martin
TV?
Scorsese on like $1 million is like what? He's gone
But also,
poor.
you're working on South of Nowhere,
Yes.
which I hear is kind of like a 90210 for the modern day. The family moves from Ohio to LA.
Yes, that's right. They're calling it more the L word for teens, but no, it's a great show. I think it incorporates a lot of different subjects. We really wanted to have good integrity with this and wanted to deal with a lot of different issues that teens are dealing with, whether that's race, class, there's a lot of different things that the show deals with. So I think it was just, didn't really know where it was going to go, didn't know what kind of a home it was. It was a very big risk. It wasn't the easiest thing, to get this, a show like this on. So I think we're very happy. Like, we're extremely happy that it's picked up and people love it, and it's great.
So there's been a little bit of controversy around the show in the lesbian community because a lot of fans think that there's sort of a double standard in terms of the physical affection in how the lesbians are allowed. There's scenes of them brushing each other's hair, next to scenes of heterosexual couples. But I have to say,
I think that's kind of
you didn't finish heterosexual couples.
Heterosexuals who are allowed more physical affection, but I've actually watched it with a keen eye to sort of document that, and I sort of counted up all the lesbian scenes and all the heterosexual affection scenes, and really there actually aren't that many scenes between heterosexuals either.
We did our own research and we did it, affection towards affection, and it is almost even.
Yep.
So I mean.
But there's something that lesbians are picking up on, and I see it too when I watch it, and it's hard to pin down, but there is a difference.
I kind of feel that whenever this is we have the L word, we don't have that many shows that deal specifically with lesbianism, and I think that we're always going to get complaints.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
A lot of people are complaining, again, back to the lesbians complaining, but a lot of people are complaining that it's really more teasing and that they never actually have sex. There's a lot of they almost have sex and then some on the on and that's something.
But there's always going to be complaints. It's just, you know what I mean? You just have to kind of go with the flow.
At least we've gotten this far, right? In a lesbian.
But you called it when you said Tasha was going to be the new hot thing.
Yeah, she definitely
is. It's going to be her and Alice.
That wasn't that hard to call, though.
Yeah.
You just watch it and you're like, okay, strong, silent type who looks hot. Of course she's going to get all the girls.
With Alice, especially.
Yeah, and with Alice,
and
fan favorite.
we got to see her in unveiled, so to speak, this last episode. So very,
literally
very nice. Unveiled,
Yeah.
That banana analogy isn't working for me.
I wonder why.
I'm kidding. Yeah, what do you guys think about the possibility of Bette and Tina getting back together?
I'm a little stressed about that because these, and I'm not projecting, I hope. But these, women who used to be lesbians and then you leave me for a man and then you come back and you're like, I miss it. Of course you will miss it.
The chemistry between Bette and Tina, the fighting, I think it's
Well, they
fast
just have an
and funny.
intense thing happening.
Yeah.
That's why there's it's either really good or really bad.
Yes.
It's never in between.
I like the idea of them getting back together, but I'm okay if it doesn't happen too.
I just like having new people
Strand on your website.
I'm all right.
I like having new people in the mix, though. If you have everybody in the couple, then the new mix doesn't happen. I like
Speaking
the new
of
mix.
new,
Yes.
what's new with you?
That's good. I'm going to South Africa, like I said, which is that's on the epitome. And I'm just trying to figure out what my next role is. So if anybody's out there that has a script, like a short script, send it my way. And you can do that. I'm having a website coming up, I guess, in the next month. It's SamanthaFarinella.com or OneAngryWomanProductions.com, or go to AlexOlson.com. But I just really miss, I'm the kind of director who does not want to write and direct and do everything. I want to take somebody else's words and make it, you know, put my thing into it. So I'm looking for a short script. But hopefully lesbian woman written.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, any lesbian woman with script, please send it to Sam.
Fire away.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining us on She Said What, and see you next week.